Good morning, Internet. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. It is morning at my time, and I want to talk to you today about an observation I had a while ago. And let me pull up this quote, and then we'll get started, because I think we should talk about it, yeah? So I would like to talk about Kanye West and his new girlfriend, Irina Shayk. Typically, I don't like talking about celebrities like other people who do this kind of work talk about. But I wanted to talk about it because this is the narcissistic discard marriage fallout that us married folks deal with when we divorce a narcissist. And it's very interesting in the fact that it's just so obvious that it's a playbook, right? It's just such a narcissistic playbook that I was like, wow, Kim, you really fell hook, line, and sinker for it. So let me start from the beginning. I want to talk about the halo effect and how narcissists use this extraordinarily well. And I'm quoting this from verywellmind.com. So I want to give you a firm definition of the halo effect. The halo effect is also something referred to as the physical attractiveness stereotype and the what is beautiful is also good principle. Physical appearance is often a major part of the halo effect. People who are considered attractive tend to be rated higher on other positive traits as well. However, this effect doesn't just affect our perceptions of people based on their attractiveness. It can also encompass other traits as well. People who are sociable or kind, for example, may also be seen as more likable and intelligent. The halo effect makes it so that perceptions of one quality lead to biased judgments of other qualities. So let's get started with the conversation because, good God Almighty, when I saw this, I was like, Jesus, people fall for the halo effect every fucking time. And narcissists know how to fucking work it to a science. So you always wanted to ask, why did the narcissist pick me? Or why did I fall for this person? And blah, blah, blah. I'm not going to sit here and say entirely that it was your fault. All right. Because we all make mistakes. But I will say that narcissistic people, no matter who they are, if they're a somatic narcissist or an intellectual narcissist, they have the halo effect down to a T, right? They know what people want to see, and they know if they do just one thing really, really well, that you'll think that they're really a good person with everything, which is not the case. That's why so many celebrities get away with murder. And this is why we're talking about Kanye West, who I cannot stand. So let me give you the playbook of how it happens when you are married to a narcissist. When a narcissist has their eye on you, it's because of who you are, right? And how you fit within their program. You see, every single narcissistic person, be they intellectual or somatic, they have a plan, right? They have a plan. Even though the plan fails 9.5 times out of 10, they still have a plan. They still have a blueprint of how they want their life to be, right? And so they want to find someone who's going to fit in that blueprint. And that means in all aspects. That means in your attractiveness, if you're high or low attractiveness. That means in your sociability, currency. Are you very sociable or not sociable at all? That means in your job. Are you very successful or not successful? Basically, the narcissist wants to make sure that you are the yellow brick road they can walk upon. Note, I did not say partner to walk beside. I said yellow brick road to walk their disgusting, dirty feet upon. And so this brings us to Kanye West, who always you can tell from his music, from his very first album, hated himself because of whatever. You know, I'm not going to go into it, but you can tell he had self-hate from his very first record, right? And so Kanye West also had a girlfriend at that time, right? And she was with him through his wreck and everything like that. Like, she was with him through all of it. And you notice that once Kim Kardashian got famous, after Ray J and all this other stuff, Kanye West was on that. Now you say, why would Kanye West want that? Well, because she was starting to become a fashion icon. You see what I'm talking about? And so we go on to their marriage. Now, I don't know Miss Kardashian at all, you know, because I don't run in those circles, obviously. But it's very obvious that she was a person who didn't really know herself, like most empaths are. I will go and put money on the table and say that she is empathic, because her need for validation is not the same as a narcissist. Like, she's not really there to hunt down validation as far as like trying to find a person to sleep with and be a husband or whatever. She gets her validation from the camera, right? But you can tell that she's very insecure about how much work she did. And you may say, oh, that's narcissistic traits too. Maybe, but you have to understand it's very rare that a narcissist will shack up with another narcissist. I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but it's very rare. Someone has to be the weaker of the two, and it's very obvious that Kim Kardashian is. So, Mr. West, I loosely call him that, is with Miss Kardashian. They get married, and he flaunts her, right? So you already know, like, his girlfriend before, like Amber Rose, and the girlfriend before, like, he has a line of bodies, you know, following him, if you want to use that term. But he does the typical thing that all narcissists do. He starts flaunting her, right? Because, you know, she's status. He's like, I made it. Because you got to understand, before Kim Kardashian, not saying that Mr. West was not talented, but he was doing his best to try to break into the fashion industry, and he had no way in. I think it's a few articles, like he tried to go to all these top fashion designers to basically push his line, and they just laughed at him. And I still think that they were right, that, you know, he doesn't know fashion from a hole in a wall. But Kim Kardashian was in, so he got her to put basically a foot in the door for him, and that's that. Now, you notice how many children they have, you know, a lot. Very, very interesting for that kind of aspect. But when you're married to a narcissist, and you can tell that, I guess you can say not you can tell, but the narcissist can tell when you're getting sick of them. If you don't walk away, if you're still kind of like in those throes of narcissistic, you know, torrents, then they're going to try to go ahead and have babies with you. Lots and lots of babies. Because if you have children, you're not going to walk, right? They want to have you anchored down. The more children, the better. When I was about to leave my former spouse, he kept talking about wanting a family, even though when we first dated 13 years previously, I told him from the jump I didn't want children. But then all of a sudden, he was trying to get me pregnant while I was leaving. That's what they do, right? And then it was like the blackmail when she wouldn't do what he wanted to do. He was going to tell his, the family secrets all in public and all this other stuff. So it was completely a narcissistic playbook. And it went by the halo effect because everyone's like, this is Kanye West. He's a genius. He's a genius. You know, he's a genius. No, Kanye West is a genius, but that doesn't mean that he's a morally sound person. Okay. So when he hooked up with Irina, which, of course, I find it was so quick, but that means he was already talking to her while he was still married to Kim Kardashian. That's probably why she's so shocked, is that, you know, she's Kim Kardashian. But I say the same thing. Why did Jay-Z cheat on Beyonce? It doesn't matter. A narcissist, it doesn't matter to narcissists. If you are like one of the most beautiful women in the world, if you're not going to do what they want you to do, if you're not going to say what they want you to say, if you don't go by their blueprint, they will find someone else, no matter how top tier you are, no matter what level you are, because to them, your currency has run out. But I wanted to go ahead and give you this. Quote, this is from Yahoo Entertainment. Going through a public divorce and then starting to date again is not for the faint at heart, especially when sources are dishing out all of the details. Even though Kim Kardashian is moving forward with her life, she would probably rather not hear the reasons why ex-Kanye West loves dating Irina Shayk, because they seem to take a dig at her personality. Quote, an insider told U.S. Weekly that West adores his new love because she's very easygoing and a laid-back person to be with. Now, you may say, what does that mean? In narcissism talk, that means that the new supply is just going to let the narcissist do whatever they want to do, which I don't think Irina is an empath. I'm not going to lie to you. I really do think that she's a bigger narcissist than Kanye West, because she's already doing what I've seen other narcissists do when they hook up with someone who has a huge ego like Mr. West, is that they let them think that they have carte blanche. They let them think that they run everything. And it doesn't bother them because at the end of the day, they have their own money. They're very secure in themselves. And on top of it, they look at the benefits of being with a narcissist who thinks they're bigger than they are, right? Mr. West has a larger halo effect than Irina, right? She's just known in the fashion industry and she's known for like dating Bradley Cooper. But I mean, if you really follow her, she's not really as huge as Mr. West is, right? She's not really a household name. So she benefits more from him than, believe it or not, he benefits from her. And also for the married folks out there, if you notice that she does kind of look like Kim Kardashian too. So there you go. You have to understand the moral of the story is when you marry a narcissist, just know that you have an expiration date. You are like milk, right? You are like milk. We all are like milk. Either you're going to get fed up or they're going to get fed up. But understand that they're going to push their halo effect on you as strongly as they can to make you listen to them, because until your currency runs out, they still have use for you. That's why they chose you. And that's why they really kind of polish that halo super fine, just to go ahead and attract you, which we all fall for it. It's okay. That's just life. I'm just giving you this speech because when I saw this, I was like, wow, this sounds just like my fucking marriage, but with more money and an uglier dude. It just happens that way. So thanks, Internet. I hope you have a good day and enjoy your lovely summer if you have one. Talk to you later.